What a way to start the stream. Goes down. Typical. Absolutely typical. Let's get this thing back up and running, man. That way. Why? Why is that? Can't just have a nice stream, can I? Something has to go wrong. Leaf will join the crash party. We'll get this going. Come on. Let's get my stream back up. I mean, it's working for me. I can see now. Bullettooth, how are you doing? Let's just remove that that tweet off Twitter as well, because that is the wrong link now. Absolutely typical. Absolutely typical. It crashes straight away. We're gonna have one of those days where it just everything goes to pot. I'm hoping not. Right, we had like 7 people in as well. We're like ready to go. Just have this stream starting just for a moment, and then we'll get this going. How are you doing though, Bulletooth? How are you doing? Could promote that a little bit better later on, can't I? Right, we should be ready to go, I think. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Save this. Bingo. Did you get my tweet to you about the strike designator? No. Was that on maybe a reply to one of my other tweets? Are you asking about any tweaks to it, anything like that? You might need to maybe comment in this live chat just to kind of let me know what you're getting at there. Right. What I was saying though, in the one that did crash, was that we might be able to get A Squad in or G Money if they are free, and we'll kind of just pop into a basically just a voice chat and kind of just discuss the update, discuss what's coming. Obviously, G Money hasn't played the early access, but me and A Squad have, so we can get a bit of a conversation going. Let's just say. To answer any questions in which people have, which will be great, I think, and that's kind of what I was aiming for with this kind of live stream. I have done, I think, 1 or 2 before like this, but if we just get this onto the screen, which I want, there we go. And another thing which I was fiddling with before it crashed was trying to get this live chat to work. Live chat was just going all dodgy. It wasn't showing what I wanted to show, so just a black. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Clean, boxed. Oh, clean. I don't know if this is going to show properly or not. Yeah, I just want to know if they fix the damage radius and the amount of damage that it deals. Are you wanting it to be larger? Or are you wanting it to be shorter? Are you wanting it to be, I don't know, you want it to damage more? To be honest, I want it to damage more stuff. I don't think it was within the patch notes, and I didn't really use the strike designator within the like the early capture, sorry. So I didn't really get a full kind of chance. I think we're good. I think we're good to go now. Fingers crossed. Trying to see NVGs. Yes, I've got some night vision goggles on. This darkest night mode, whoa, it's absolutely amazing, I've got to admit. I might have to move this to there so you can see it. Why do I always have like some kind of problem at the start of my stream in regards to like it crashing or like not being able to do something? I don't normally talk about it, but look at this. 30? I don't know if that's going to work now. Fingers crossed it does. There we go. Would the rebels just come out of nowhere and ruin your stealth for anybody else? So, the rebels are just like how they are within the Resistance Live event. So they do kind of just pop out of nowhere now and then. They're just fighting the Sentinel, kind of taking back Auroa, just like they were within the live event. I haven't seen any major changes to the rebels, to be honest. Haven't really seen much of like a change, no. I think they were kind of stabilizing it a little bit, and obviously within like the world modifiers you can only have the rebels and you can only have the rebels, and you can't have like the Azrael drones and the rebels at the same time. So I think they were trying to solve that over the last, you know, few months, but for some reason they haven't been able to figure out how to kind of get that sorted. I think I'm nearly getting there with this chat box. But yeah, you know, you can only have the Azrael drones, or you can only have the rebels, which I kind of feel is a little bit of a shame, because, you know, some people really do like the Azrael drones, some people really like the rebels, and they'd rather have them both play kind of at the same time. But unfortunately that isn't like a thing in which they are allowing within Title Update 3.0.3, sorry. Can we see the NVGs in work? To be honest, looking at the NVGs, I don't know if this is just because, like, from my experience, from my experience, I haven't used the NVGs in quite some time. I haven't really played Breakpoint in quite some time, in fact. Something's popping up. Never mind. Yeah, I haven't really used NVGs within like the previous kind of build. What was it, 3.0.2 or whatever. Didn't really use it that much, but when you're using it in the Darkest Night mode, I quite enjoyed it, to be honest. That Darkest Night mode, it adds that extra bit of immersion, I guess. Like, I guess that's the right word. And I think I enjoy the fact that you can use NVGs more frequently now, because it's not, you know, the night mode isn't bright as out. It's you can't actually see when like in the forests. There's no light, anything like that, other than the kind of like moon kind of glazing down in a way, and that's literally the only light in which you have. Have asked plenty of times. I really want like a flashlight within the game, just like how the Sentinel soldiers do, but it hasn't been added within this update. But hopefully, maybe in the next update, hopefully we'll get them if we can push that. I'm going to be pushing it. I do really want flashlights within this game, and if they don't add it, I think I'm going to be quite annoyed. But yeah, NVGs work perfectly, I think, with the Darkest Night mode, and it definitely adds that extra bit of, you know, immersion to the game if you do have that Darkest Night mode enabled. Yeah, I was hoping that they beef up the explosion just a bit feeble. You know what I mean? Yeah. As I said, I didn't really use a strike designator that much within this build, mainly because it's not a new feature. I wanted to test out different things. I wanted to test out Golem Island exploration. There's 12 more missions in Golem Island as well, which was quite good. That's basically just like fighting the, what was it? It's like 3 different behemoths, or 3 or 4 different behemoths, sorry. And then there was a few other missions, like you had to go to the satellite dish and do a few things and all that kind of stuff. It's just like the big bases. I think it's like 15 big bases on it, so it's quite good, quite good. Yeah, back to the point of the strike designated though. I didn't really use it that much within this build, and I didn't really see whether it does have a larger blast radius, anything like that. I might be able to bring up the basically what I've been told is that I'm not allowed to live stream the actual build, because in case any massive bugs happen, and they kind of want to iron that out straight away. If we do notice any bugs, there hasn't been any bugs which I've seen through my early access gameplay, but that's why they kind of don't want me to live stream it. But I can play it in the background, but I'm not allowed to show it in a way. But I can get that up. I can get the strike designator and have a little look, see if it does have maybe a larger blast radius. Just hopefully my computer doesn't make a massive loud noise like some kind of tornado going off. So Darkest Night mode actually worth it? Yes. that's the best answer for it, Glow Boys. Does it really make you use your 9VGs, or can you just keep your night thermal vision off? Well, within this footage, as you can see, that's like, this is the Darkest Night mode. I think it's about 10 minutes after this one, I think I've got another night vision one, which is taking down a base with an extreme, I think it might be an extreme mode, which was me using the Darkest Night feature. And to be honest, I found it really helpful, to be honest. I mean, make your judgment here. Have a look at the sky, have a look at the environment. You can barely see my character. So, and then if you compare that to how like you're using it in the non-Darkest Night kind of mode, there you go. There's your kind of answer, really. Yeah, I mean, I found the Darkest Night mode quite helpful, to be honest, in adding that extra bit of immersion. I'm just wishing that they improve the audio of the game. So, like, I don't know, like the gun sounds, the enemies around you, all that kind of stuff, to add that extra bit of immersion. So this Darkest Night mode, I'm hoping they add it within the next Ghost Recon as well. Fingers crossed anyways. I mean, if they do, then it's just kind of spot on, isn't it? I hope that like they take advice from the community in regards to Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and also going back to Wildlands, and add that to like the next game. Make sure they are adding features in which, you know, aren't that are basically the community enjoy, instead of like the ones instead of going out the normal and kind of going for features which we haven't experienced before. But then again, I do kind of want some things in which maybe we haven't experienced before, but I want it to stay tactical and stay military, kind of like Milsim in a way. Ensure there is enough kind of tactical, but enough to give you a tactical experience. I think that's probably the best wording for that. Alright, Texas, how are you doing? I'm trying to catch up with the chat. I know there isn't that many people talking, but I'm getting there. Is there an option to make Darkest Night even darker? No, unless you obviously modify your brightness and all that kind of stuff, which, to be honest, Darkest Night mode is quite good as is, to be honest. I mean, others might disagree, but I think the main difference between the bright, like just changing down your brightness and changing over to Darkest Night mode, is that it doesn't darken your enemies and it doesn't darken the lights or anything like that. So the lights are going to be a little more vibrant, but the night is, you know, it looks like night. It looks like midnight when it's midnight, instead of, I don't know, 7 o'clock at midnight, whatever. Try NVIDIA filters. I've been messing around with NVIDIA filters recently and they're quite good. Is it gameplay we are seeing a video, or is it live? It is just a video. As I was discussing before, I can't actually live stream it just in case there is any major bugs during the live stream, which obviously Ubisoft don't want me to be showing off game breaking bugs, because obviously this is a build. This isn't the official build that's getting released tomorrow. It's kind of like is it a simplified build, kind of, in a way. I'm not too really sure. I've just been told don't live stream it, just show gameplay footage. But the video which I am showing at the moment is the one. It's like the starting mission to be able to get onto the raid island. And if you haven't done like the raid or anything like that, or you haven't done the start mission for the raid, you have to do that mission before you go onto the island. And you just go to Jericho, whatever her name is, at the, in Auroa, and you kind of go to her. Then you go to the island, the bivouac on the small island next to the Golem Island, and then you basically just run in. There was like 2 or 3 enemies here, which just totally caught me off guard, so I ended up nearly dying. But you have to take them out, and then there you go. You've got the 12 missions. Yeah, only gameplay I'm allowed to show you, but I can play the game in the background whilst kind of talking about it, and I might be able to get like screenshots up and all that kind of stuff, which is quite good. Lethal on Xbox. Can we colour Bodok clothes in this update? I'll check right now. Oh no! Just realised. I don't know if this is the build in which... I think this is the build where I haven't actually played any of the episode 3 just yet, for some reason, on this character. Which is damn annoying. Let's have a look though. I don't think I can give you an answer on that. So I actually haven't. Yes, I'm surprised you weren't able to colour it in general, like when episode 3 dropped. Was that not a feature? Could you not do that? So I'm quite surprised you're not able to do that. But I mean, sorry, I don't think I can really answer that question because for some reason I'm playing on a build and that hasn't got it. Maybe we can get A squad in or G Money in, and not G Money. Yeah, well, any of the deltas really. I mean, hopefully we can get G Money in as well. Anyways, let's get on to the next question. Try the brightness contract settings and play around with them. Exactly. If you want it darker than what darkest night is already, then you know the best idea is to kind of mess around with it. Try and get it to how you want it. I'm just gonna move this about. Get it nicely. I don't know how G-Money had his chat all set up and that kind of stuff. It looks a bit crap, to be honest. Right. Any new cosmetics? There's plenty new cosmetics actually. There's a long list which was given within the patch notes to the game. Now I can quickly run through them for you. I won't get them on screen because this gameplay is showing. I'm scared that it might, reset, because I do know that someone wants to see the Darkest Night mode in a different video, which should be coming up very shortly, to be honest. But there are quite a few different things. There's nothing in Maria's shop that I noticed was new. There was just the emblems, the flag patch, and then also an item which was added. But we also have like new raid rewards, also so like for solo exploration. From the regular difficulty raid, there was like some mission rewards, there was some chest rewards. They're all things which like I'm pretty sure came from the raid, but there is also like critical hard mode exclusive rewards, which are basically variants of some of the basically raid rewards or general rewards which you can get. And there's also titles as well. I mean, I don't know if anybody actually uses titles within Breakpoint, because the PvP, in my opinion, isn't exactly the best at the moment. But are there any new cosmetics? There's obviously like the Panther. There's like gear sets for added for the different classes. So if you go beyond level 10, which it's currently kind of capped at the moment, but in tomorrow's update it's going to be capped up to 20, I believe it is. There is some gear sets which you can get from that. There's like Golem gear set for the medic. There's let me think, the Judge gear set, I think it was for Assault, all that kind of stuff. There's a few cosmetics, but there's not loads. There's definitely not loads. The thing is with this chart on screen is that some people have really long names and then some people have quite short names. It's like it doesn't fit sometimes. But I think I've got it to how I want it anyways. Hope they add flashlights. Exactly, I really do want flashlights. Exactly, it's on NPC, so why haven't they added it already? Why isn't it within the game? It's like the bipod. The bipod is unusable. I don't know if they've added it so that you can use it or not. The reason why I haven't really used it in quite some time is because it was unusable. You know, it was just one of those cosmetic things. Also, like collapsing stocks, I want that as well. That'd be quite good. But flashlights, yes, I really want flashlights within the game. How are flashlights supposed to work? Like, what would they do and why it would? Well, the reason why I want a flashlight is to basically because you've got the darkest night mode, and because it's so dark, it would be good to have like a flashlight to be able to go around the forest and all that kind of stuff, being able to see where you're actually going. If there's like sentinel soldiers nearby, maybe the flashlights could, I don't know, blind them and then kind of make their accuracy a little bit worse or something. I mean, the accuracy isn't amazing at the moment, but would it be something kind of cool to have? It kind of swerve the accuracy in a way. Yeah, hopefully that answers your question why I kind of want one. This is the footage though, which someone was wanting before. This is the darkest night mode. Once again, I was showing at the start as well. I've got a video which was the top 5 features which are within the next update coming tomorrow, and I basically go over the darkest night mode. What else was it? It was the bullet. It was the bullet, the grenade cooking, the Golem Island exploration, and the world modifiers, including obviously the darkest night mode as I mentioned. And the darkest night mode is the first one. So if you do want to see like a comparison between them both, kind of in one screen. I don't know how long it is into the video. I think it's like 1 minute or something like that into the video. I show on the left screen it's the normal mode, and then on the right screen it's the darkest night mode. And I do find the darkest night mode is a little bit more immersive. And obviously, as you saw before, I just took out them 2 lights, and it kind of makes it darker. It makes it more immersive. And I believe I'm not too sure in regards to like how the Sentinel react to like it being dark. Obviously, you have the different lines of them saying, "Oh, I hate being on night patrol" and that kind of stuff. So I think I don't know how effective the night is in Breakpoint in regards to covering you. I think it is a little bit more effective, and that's why like night ops are much better. But in regards to like the darkest night mode in comparison to the original mode, I think it's just graphics. It's not like I don't think it affects your experience as much as like I don't think it improves the experience in regards to you being hidden from the Sentinel and all that kind of stuff. It's mainly just for your own experience and having that option to turn it off and on, have it a little bit darker for your own visual experience. I think that's probably the best way to kind of explain it, really. Let's get through all these questions. I'm at the top nearly. Yeah. Is there a tractor? No, not just yet. I've been pestering them. I really want this tractor coming in. I want it to be like Battlefield 5, where they added like a red tractor within the game. No, there's no tractor. I'm sorry. And Doxon, I fiddled with the calibration to set black levels, and it was perfect. Bandai, you've played the title update, so you kind of know what it's like. And I mean, what do you think? Did you enjoy it? Rip, no, I don't know where that's coming from. Hashtag Breakpoint Tractor. Get that trending on Twitter. Come on, we need it. We need it trending. It's time to bring out the tractor. Armored tractor. Is there a gunsmith update? Flashlights? No. As I was just saying, I really do want flashlights within the game, but still no flashlights. Still no flashlights. I mean, there is the cleaning feature where you can clean your weapons, but that's mainly cosmetic wise. It's not like, it doesn't really affect your weapon that much, I don't think. At least I haven't really seen it really affect my weapon. It's not like Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead Redemption 2 had a mechanic where like the mud and all that kind of stuff would clog up your weapon. It's not like that, which is a bit of a shame. It is just cosmetic wise. How's the new update? You have it? Yes, I've played it. I've played it for the last week or two, and to be honest, it was like the last 2 days of the early capture. I've been kind of rushing to get videos made because I've been enjoying like exploring Golem Island and all that kind of stuff. So I've kind of been rushing for the last few days trying to get some videos just to post, and I've only managed to get 2 videos because I've just been enjoying exploring Golem Island so much. I'm good though, John. Hope you're doing well as well. Let's get a drink, Garber. Mouth's going all dry. Can we colour the raid gear? Have I got any gear which is... let's have a look. I'm trying to think of any raid gear in which I might have on my character at the moment. Because I didn't get to play the raid, mainly because like there's not enough people who are really willing to play the raid within what do you call it? Within Delta Company. There's not really many people like who really want to play it. I mean, obviously everyone enjoys it, but it's kind of they want to get on with their own things. So I wanted to kind of get on with exploring Golem Island in a way. What's the Scarab? The Bell assists Scarab LT raid reward. I mean, you can colour that. I think Golem Cape. You can't do that. I think that's kind of one of those things which you maybe might need to kind of experiment with tomorrow. Have a good little look around. To be honest, I'm surprised most cosmetics aren't like customizable in regards to the colours and all that kind of stuff. I don't know why they don't do that. It's beyond me. But I think I've got a decent looking character now. I've been messing around for the last like, I don't know, year, trying to get a decent looking character. I finally got one that actually looks decent. How are the Rebels? The Rebels are great, exact same as what they were within the live event, but they are enjoyable, and obviously you have the Terminators roaming around the world as well. That's another option. You can't. I don't think you can have the Terminator and the Rebels within the world at like kind of once. And obviously you can't have the Azrael drones running at the same time as your Rebels are. But yeah, the Resistance are pretty much exactly the same as what they were within the live event. Hope that when I finish the raid on critical mode, a cutscene shows up and opens the clouded island with a new raid. That would be amazing. That would be, oh my god, that would be amazing. Imagine. I mean, I tried to go over to the island myself, because I know there was a way in which you could glitch it where you'd kind of like fly over the island. I couldn't manage to get into a co-op thing, which is basically the way in which you do it. You go into co-op and then you can set your helicopter to automatically fly over the island, and then you can come out the well, you have to go into the menu, and then you can then you have to come out the menu as soon as you're over the island, and then you can put it into, what do you call it, the photo mode. Can have a little look around. I didn't manage to do that. I did try and do it just by myself, but I couldn't do it for some reason, which was a bit of a shame, to be honest. I don't know if they've maybe patched that, to be honest, because when I've kind of went into the what do you call it, the menu, it didn't move the helicopter, which was quite strange. But you know, I would really like more island to kind of come available eventually. I don't know what they're doing with that, to be honest. I've been, obviously, like, the second raid got cancelled, so will there be, is that just a thing in which they've said, and will it still be arriving? I mean, I talked to Ubehave, and he's mentioned plenty of times saying there's not going to be a second raid, but I'm not believing that for a second to me. Like, I really want this second raid. Whether it comes or not, I don't know. Fingers crossed it does come. Can you throw the bullet at a guy and kill him? Alright, I'm going to check that. I don't think it can. I don't think it's powerful enough to be able to do that. I mean, next to the satellite dish at the moment on my other screen. And you can't. There's your answer. You can't. Sorry. Sorry, John. I hope I haven't disappointed you there. Do AI teammates still have 2 weapons? Check that now. It's another thing. I know that you can't. I don't think you can customize. I don't think you can customize your AI teammates to have 2 weapons. So obviously you've got that second weapon, which I believe, I don't know if it's a sniper or like some kind of marksman rifle, which they use for sink shots. But you can only still customize one weapon, one primary weapon, and then your squad has the weapons on their backs. I mean, I'm on elite. One second. Extreme, no, elite. Elite only has 1 weapon slot, so if I turn that on, the AI still have 2 weapons. So I'm guessing that's kind of like a cosmetic thing which you don't want. I'm guessing. Who was the one who said that? Abyss or Biz? And let's have a little look. Yes. So I've got it switched off on the other screen, where I've only got 1 weapon. I've only got my primary. The AI teammates do have 2 weapons. Obviously the primary and the secondary, but you can only customize the primary still, which I think is a bit of a shame, to be honest. I wish they could add a feature where you could maybe customize that second weapon, or even customize the handgun as well. Get that full customization. That would be pretty cool. Let's catch up, anyways. Yeah, 2 weapons. Actually had to use headlights on vehicles for the first. I've found with the Darkest Night mode is that I saw like I saw a vehicle coming up, but you couldn't see the headlights for some reason. I don't know if that's maybe just because it's like a rendering issue where they're a little bit too far away for you. But like for some reason I couldn't really see it, and I don't know, the headlights do kind of help, and I like how there's like little lights around the bases which will kind of guide you a little bit when the Darkest Night mode is on. But that's kind of in awe with Darkest Night mode. I really enjoyed it, to be honest. Thing is, when I'm answering these questions I ramble a lot. I don't even know if I'm answering the question. Do the Rebels bring more life to the game? Definitely, just like they did within Wildlands. I mean, I don't know if you played the live event, That kind of answers your question. If you did play the live event, did you get full enjoyment out of the live event? Did the Rebels kind of do it for you when it came to making the world alive? Personally, for me, yes, they did. Obviously, you don't still have like civilians around the world and all that kind of stuff. So you don't have like the little towns and I don't know, towns, cities, whatever around the world, because that's just Breakpoint's world map has been designed to not have that. But the Rebels do kind of add a little bit more aliveness to the world. You just come across, I don't know, shooting in the distance, or they kind of come after a base or something like that, which is, you know, cool, I guess. Yes, you do. So. How do I have the update first? I got early access this week and last week to it due to being part of Delta Company, John. So I've kind of been enjoying it. I've been making full use out of it. As I was saying, I've been playing for the last 2 weeks, but I've only made 2 videos because I only started making videos like 2 days ago. Because I was just enjoying exploring Golem Island so much. I want to run with Nathan again. Nathan and Rob C. and Bateman. Get something going again, man. I mean, I think they've got PC, PS4, and Xbox. So if anybody in the stream, do go check out Rob C. And Bateman. I don't remember. I'll try and get the link to the channel actually. If you haven't checked them out, do go check them out because they're absolutely amazing guys. Basically just run the raid pretty much like day after day, and they've got like videos based on like the new black crates and all that kind of stuff. I'll get something a little bit later on in the stream. I'll try and get a link. But let's continue. Let's actually keep an eye on my Discord, because I know we might want to jump into a chat with G Money and Day Squad at some point. Let's actually just send a quick message to them. I've messaged both of them. Maybe we'll get them to both, because we did live stream, I think it was 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, on G Money's channel, and we kind of just discussed the game for about 3 hours. I mean, he went on for like 7 hours just talking about the next update and talking about what kind of things he wants within the game. It was, you know, like, it was a pretty cool live stream, to be honest. I mean, 3 hours of just constant talking about this, about the update, because obviously we couldn't talk too much about the update, main A squad, because of NDA and all that kind of stuff, but it was pretty cool. That's another guy to check out as well. If there's a second raid, it needs to be immersive mode. I don't know what the BW is there, but yeah, kind of some kind of immersive experience with the raid. Instead of having drones, I think it should be, I don't know. I don't even know that. Like, what could they add to the world? I mean, they've kind of took out all the Bodark in a way. A harder enemy? I don't know. Maybe they could just add more bosses, more types of bosses. Shall I say? I mean, what's your fault, H&K? John needs throwing knives in the game. Alright, RH, how you doing? I'm getting there. I'm getting towards the bottom of this this comment section, I think. Anyways, I mean, when did RH say hi? Two weapons AI. Yep, RH. Unfortunately. How do the Roman Terminators work? I think it's just, from my experience, it was just a case like the live event where they would just come out of nowhere and they would just come after you, try and take you down. And obviously, I don't know how that really works in regards to you needing the MK17 on you all the time to be able to take them out. which isn't exactly ideal. I think it's just kind of for those who are wanting to play the live event, kind of play the live event missions, because you can do that. If you want to play the missions, you might want to turn on Terminators for that period of time, while you have the Mark 17 within your loadout. But that's kind of like really down to you on what you want to experience, and that's what the world modifiers kind of does. It's like it's basically a whole screen based on the whole world parameters. And if you look on the bottom left, I don't know if you've seen my seen any of my videos, my top 5 video. If you haven't checked that out, do go check that out, maybe after the stream or whatever. Or if came from Reddit, or if you came from Twitter, you'll see that I've posted the world modifier screen. And the bottom left, it just shows like the ghost icon. So that could mean there's another thing coming for Live Event 3, which would be pretty cool. But anyways, that's rambling once again. But yeah, hopefully that's answered your question here, Trinke, regarding like the Terminators. Any new items in the Maria's shop? There are a few items within Maria's shop. I'll just answer that question right now. We have, that's 3, 6, 7, 8 emblems, 1 flag patch, which is a Serbia flag, and then also 1 more item, but there isn't any more weapons, cosmetics, anything like that, or anything that I personally noticed, which you can buy with skill credits. I don't know if there's anything which you can buy with ghost coins. I don't know if they've maybe not put anything in there for this update in regards to buying stuff with ghost coins. I mean, I don't know how many people really buy stuff, to be honest. I really want gas masks and all that kind of stuff. I don't know why that's not added to the game yet. I'm wanting a lot, but you know, they've only got so many people who can actually work on this game. Let's try and get to where I need to be. 800 subs and soon, and yeah, you're gonna hit 900 into 1k. Thanks, RH, really appreciate it. Yes, I'm nearly at that 1k mark, so if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It is really pretty can't speak, I'm rambling too much. It is really appreciated, everyone, for who has subscribed and is like supporting my channel, people who come over to my channel frequently. It really is appreciated, and the fact that I'm in Delta Company as well is just a hell of an experience, so I can have to say thanks to Ubisoft for that as well, because it is kind of like a once in a lifetime experience when it comes to Delta Company, I think. Is sniping fixed? What do you mean by that, John? What do you mean by sniping fixed? Do you mean like bullet drop and all that kind of stuff? I'll get back to your answer in about like 5 minutes time once I'm actually at your answer. Is there friendly fire yet? There isn't. Can you kill your AI squad? Let's have a little look. You can blow up your own teammates in co-op. I know that. I don't think you can actually kill them though. You can't kill your AI teammates. You can blow them up though with a grenade, I believe. Hopefully that answers your question. How's a stealth? Actually, also in PvP, I'm not too sure. I didn't play the PvP within this build. I don't know if you can normally. I think Misadventure would probably be the best person to kind of answer that question, in all honesty. Do you get alert right away? Did they fix that? How's the stealth in the game? Stealth in the game is quite good. Obviously they've made a few kind of modifications to how the enemies detect you and all that kind of stuff. I didn't realise how, from my experience, I didn't really see how much that's really impacted the game. I don't think it has impacted the game hugely, because I know someone on Reddit was mentioning how they're a little bit concerned in regards to maybe them detecting you a little bit too quickly, but to be honest, it wasn't too bad in honesty, and it still made the game enjoyable. I mean, coming up here right there, they detected me from quite a far away, but I couldn't see them, so I don't know if that's a good kind of example of them detecting me. I mean, I think I'm on extreme maybe on this, I'm not too sure. But like the fog on Golem Island was a bit of a pain, to be honest. But that's what makes Golem Island, isn't it? personally think the update is great. I won't really enjoy much of the new features, but I'm sure that will be great for the content creators and solo players. Immersive players will enjoy it a lot. Exactly. I mean, Nate, I know you play Raid like absolutely loads. So to be honest, I think it's going to be good for you in regards to having that next like difficulty. I can't remember. There's like, what was it? It was 3 different difficulties. The raid modifiers. That's a thing which was added since the raid was actually like kind of announced or like added. And I believe there is finally weekly modifiers. There's weekly modifiers for the critical version, and I don't know how to check. Can't actually check what specifically it is this week. So as of Monday, you'll probably have this weekly modifier. But there's like I think it's something to do with health, something to do with handguns, and then something to do with a star with an infinity sign next to it. So whatever they mean, that's going to be the one. but yeah, you have like different rules and all that kind of stuff. I think that's going to impact your experience quite a bit, Nathan. And for anyone else who's kind of playing the raid, I think you're going to kind of enjoy that part of the game, I guess. Fix crashes. Yes, we need to fix crashes within Breakpoint. I've pushed that. Every Delta Company's members pushed that. They want everything fixed. We'll get you, as a raider myself, I'm sure we will beat it in no time, and after that it'll be the same thing, just harder. Hope it's really worth the difficulty. Exactly, and I think you'll play the heroic. Is it the heroic? Is that what it's called? 1 second. It's critical. I think it was heroic within like the leak, because there was a leak for the different difficulties. I kind of talked to Rob about it a little bit. Critical, that's what it's called. That weekly modifier, I think, is gonna, it's gonna impact your experience hugely. And I think you can be played on heroic every week, and you're gonna enjoy it, I think. But as you say, you're probably gonna get it done in no time. Let's hope there's no DMR glitch. Because I want to see like you just fully complete it within like, I don't know, 20 minutes or 30 minutes or something like that. I want to see some kind of world record on it, Nathan. Putting pressure on you there. Is there new items coming to the GhostCon store? Didn't see anything. There's nothing being announced. No, I think that's probably the best answer for it. No, there's nothing which I've personally seen. G-Money and BAYZY talking Ghost Recon is a dream come true. Well, hopefully we can get kind of something going here. I mean, I think G-Money's still, I think he usually comes live around about like 8ish, 9ish. So if we can kind of wait until he comes, I don't know. I mean, we can get a few people in. If anybody's maybe free on Discord, we can maybe get some kind of conversation going. What stealth weapons did we get? I'm not too sure what you mean by that, John. There's weapons where you can put a suppressor on it. It's pretty good. I think people would like the raid a bit more if it didn't have gear score to be turned on. Yeah, I think I kind of have to agree on that, to be honest. I think it's one of those things in which they kind of have to have on, because you have the earliest you can go into the raid is at gear level 150. So I think they kind of wanted that bracket just so that people play on the main island before they go over to the Golem Island. I think to be honest, I think it probably gets people wanting to play the game because they kind of have that thing to aim for, I guess. I kind of personally think, yes, they should maybe turn gear score off for the raid, but then again, also from what I've just said, I think it might be a good idea to kind of keep it on at the same time. I'm getting there. I was there for the 7-hour live stream. I was the guy at work watching, remember? Alright, yes, William. Sorry, I'm like, seriously, my memory with names is awful. It always has been for some reason. But yeah, that 7-hour live stream was absolutely amazing, to be honest. I really enjoyed kind of talking about the different things which are going to be within the game without being too kind of without saying specifically what kind of my experience was because of NDA and all that kind of stuff. I didn't want to, you know, break that NDA. But I'm glad I can finally get everything out, kind of talk about it, and then hopefully we can get some more people kind of talking about it as well. I'm gonna put that extreme on. At least G-Money and I don't play the game. Finally get the A2 shortly. Yes, perfect. That top 5 videos fire, perfect. Cheers. It took a little while to actually make that video, and I quite enjoyed making it. Getting them 5 different features, which were just, I enjoyed them 5 features. Other than like the AI teammates getting added to the game, I think that world modifiers thing where you can turn off the drones and that kind of stuff is probably the best addition to the game since launch. So I've really enjoyed it, to be honest. I think everybody's going to enjoy the update tomorrow. I mean, there's not a lot of content getting added to the game. It's mainly just modifications to the raid and modifications to what you can do within Breakpoint. There's nothing like, obviously we'll have the live event coming in, Untitled Chapter 3.1. Sorry, I keep getting mixed up with them. Live event obviously coming in that, and I was discussing before how you can see on the world parameters on the bottom left there is a space for another thing which you can add. So you'll have like the you can have nothing, Terminators, resistance, and then there is another thing below that. So maybe in the next live event you can maybe toggle that on and off, and fingers crossed you can. But I think that kind of, I don't know whether that shortens down a little bit what it could possibly be. What maybe if we'll have like Hunter team coming back and you be able to maybe have like 8 AI teammates instead of just the 4 or something like that. Like, you know, you have more AI teammates than what you normally do, or you know, you have I don't know, like, what was I saying? Hunter team, or like some kind of past Ghost Recon team coming in to try and help you. Obviously, like, what do you call it? Sam Fisher came onto the island and helped around a little bit. So why can't we have something where someone comes in and, I don't know, tries to take down the whole of Sentinel and that kind of stuff with you? Technically, Sentinel is already down. Spoiler alert. In episode 3. What about store? Don't know what you mean by that. When will the Texas flag be in Maria's shop? I don't know. I think that might be next update, you know. How's the stealth update? Do we have new stealth stuff in the game? Stealth stuff within the game? I'm gonna answer that again. The silencers, if you want to use a silencer. But I don't know, like, in regards to stealth, it's not really like, don't add any certain kind of things to the game which is stealth, and then they add the enemy detection and also the drone trajectory and all that kind of stuff. There's nothing really stealth wise added to the game. Customizable, like within the gunsmith, anything like that. Well, I'm not impressed with the Ghost Recon Breakpoint game. By the way, I will try their new updates maybe next month or something. I'm still like, alright, we're RHG playing Watch Dogs Legion. Bro, it's getting great and amazing, but some few flaws I want to critique. To be honest, Watch Dogs Legion I've really enjoyed the campaign side of it, but it's probably one of those games in which I won't play beyond that, to be honest. I'm gonna move this slightly left a little bit. It's bugging me a little bit that it wasn't center. Even though, like, if someone's got a really long name, it won't show up on the left for some reason. Anyways, why has everybody got short names in my chat? That's my question. Alright, H&K, you have to head out. I'll catch you in a bit. You've probably gone by now. No doubt. Thanks for coming along, though. It is really appreciated. Pop along later. Hopefully we'll get some kind of conversations going with a bunch of other people within the stream. The gas mask pick up in Golem Island, was there? I mean, Vandor, you've played it. I knew there was one within what do you call it? Which you can purchase with ghost coins. Gas mask. There was also a gas mask in which you could get somehow else. Maybe it's just because I've already got it. Have I already got it? I'm just checking where on my other screen. There's the heavy duty gas mask, which I don't know if it was possible to get through the raid. I don't know how I got that. I don't know if it was through Maria's shop or not. Let's have a quick look at what things you can get. Gas masks. There's mission rewards which you can get through solar exploration. There's a few goggles, there's gloves, there's knee pads, scope, wolf mask, heli helmet, chests, halo goggles, sunglasses. Heavy duty gas mask. So that was originally obtainable through the regular version of the raid, and that's why I haven't really noticed it, because I've played the raid and I've already got that. So it's the exact same one if you have got that, if you have seen that one before. It's just pretty much, do you know, like how do I even describe it? It's just a filtration mask with like a cover on, in a way. Do you know, like The Division? The people who like fire flamethrowers all about. It's kind of like that mask in a way. That's probably the best way to describe it. But I mean, if people already played the raid and got everything, then all them kind of things they've already got. Can I show the new cosmetics? I didn't manage to get all the cosmetics, and I can't show you my screen because I've been told that I'm not allowed to, I'm not allowed to live stream it. Play it while live streaming, because if there's like a major bug, I can't show a major bug because they might have patched that major bug within like the update that's coming tomorrow. It's just kind of to protect them in case any major problems kind of arise, I guess. How are you doing, BAYZY? I'm doing well, Drew Gaming. How are you doing? Welcome to stream. God, I need to take a drink. Well, BAYZY, if you don't believe from this YouTuber, what you do is his fans, okay, but Michael does Michael does life, man. Michael does life. Exposed him for 100%. But Michael does life, guys, weird as out. Gotta admit. Do you know anything about the crossover event? Ghost Studios, I do not know anything about the crossover event just yet, but hopefully we'll get some information probably closer to the date. I don't really expect us to get anything this year, to be honest, unless it's like towards the end of like December. I don't think we'll get any information about the, mainly because like obviously they're going on Christmas break. They'll have 1 or 2 weeks off of a Christmas break, so we probably won't get anything to do with the live event until, I don't know, I think third week of January. I said the first or second week originally, but now I'm thinking, just because of Christmas break, I don't think we will get any update straight away. It'd be good if it's just like a Christmas present, or get kind of some kind of update on it. Be quite good. Worth the wait, BAYZY, or is it still the same? It's update. I think it's worth the wait. Definitely, I've enjoyed it. It's kind of like, I think it's down to personal taste really. So as I've said, there's no real added content, so you're just gonna be playing the missions again. I mean, there's the 12 missions which you get on Golem Island, but you've kind of done that in a raid in a way, and the raid bosses have just been like kind of removed and then replaced with behemoths. So yeah, there is a few things to kind of get excited for, I guess, but there's not really loads of features that's been added. I mean, look at my top 5 features within this update. That'll give you a bit of an indication towards what kind of things are added to the game and what my opinions are really on them. Imagine Santa Blanca or Unidad as the extra world modifier. Imagine if El Sueño, because there is like a there is a version, like an alternative ending. Oh no, the alternative ending was where Bowman shoots. What? I don't know. Am I getting this right? Where Bowman shoots El Sueño, and then gets put in prison or something like that for it. Is that right? Yeah. Anyways, yeah. That would be really cool though. Have like Santa Blanca or Unidad kind of coming in. I mean, I was talking about Hunter Team kind of coming in before. That would be quite cool. Some kind of resistance or something like that, I think would be helpful. Something that's going to help you other than just the normal resistance within the world. No bother, H. I'll catch you in a bit. Thanks for coming along to the stream. I'm going to go and there's some question I ask you on the live stream. You can ask a question. I'm guessing, I'm not too sure. So the heavy duty gas mask was in the satellite dash in the solo. I think it used to be a raid. Yeah, it used to be a raid exclusive. But obviously it's now within the Golem Island exploration. Wow, that was a lot of talking for the last, what, 1 hour. I finally got down to the bottom comment there. What else we've got to talk about? We've got a few other things which I kind of want to mention in a way. Including, well, 1 second, take a drink. So obviously the update's coming out tomorrow. And I don't expect there to be another update. To be honest, the size of the update isn't that much. I mean, it's 8 GB for all the platforms, but to be honest, I've seen larger updates from Ghost Recon previously. So it's not an absolutely huge update, but it's a significant side and it adds a few features which are quite good, I guess. Yeah, I mean, the update's coming out tomorrow, which is perfect. I don't expect there to be another update coming out anytime soon after that. I think there might be maybe one within December. Maybe updating a few other things. Hopefully there'll be something added for PvP or something like that. PvP, I think, needs some kind of updates. They're just so, like, they're not given anything at the moment. I don't think they've been given what... I'm just going to give it a random guess here, but like 6 or 7 maps since the launch of the game. That was a year ago. So, like, it's not been updated as much as what Wildlands was, which I think quite a lot of the PvP community are a little bit disappointed in that. I mean, hopefully the raid community's happy. I've just seen Day Zero Gaming coming into the chat here. What do you think? What do you think of the update? I mean, obviously you haven't played it just yet, but what are your thoughts on the patch notes and that kind of stuff? And have you got any questions? Best thing to do would be to start a new character and play the way you've always... Exactly, Terry. Exactly, Terry. I think creating a new character and kind of starting from the start, also adding that Darkest Night mode, I think it's going to be an immersive experience. The only thing is that you can't turn off the drones within the missions, because the missions are designed to have drones in. So you can't obviously take them off. You can't take them off during the missions, but you can take them off during general exploration around the world. I think it's just like if you activate a mission, it's going to have them within the world. And I've also realised one thing which I have mentioned to the devs, and I don't know if they've maybe removed it in the update tomorrow, is that the Wasp drones are still around. Now they're the mini little ones which come off the Sentinel back. They're still within the game, which I'm a little bit annoyed with, to be honest. I don't know why they're still within the game if... Yeah, I don't know why they're still within the game if they're saying, right, we're removing drones from the game. But what drones are those little ones that kind of come off the Sentinel back and kind of hunt you down in a little way when you're invading different bases? And yes, happy birthday, BAYZY as well. I saw you did a live stream before, but I couldn't stick around long enough because obviously I wanted to get onto this stream. Miss Adventure, what your Delta company? What did you think of the update? I was literally just talking about how I'm a little bit disappointed there's no PvP stuff. So you're the best person to really talk to about PvP and all that kind of stuff, aren't you? Optimal camo, that would be cool. It would be cool. Hopefully add another raid and more PvP game modes, vehicle modes, etc. Just kind of fun stuff like that. Exactly, I wish they would add... I mean, they've got the difficulties. I think since they've improved, like, in that respect, where they've got different difficulties, and, you know, I'm pretty sure I've talked to you about the world modifiers before. Not the world modifiers, the raid modifiers, sorry, which are supposed to be weekly. I'm glad they've added that to the critical raid, and we're going to be having something updating each week based on that. And you know, I mean, what's your thoughts, Day, on that? Because I'm surprised they didn't add it earlier. I'm surprised they didn't, you know. To be honest, I think I was a little bit disappointed that they hadn't added it and that they kept that going. I mean, they have like the black crates updating every week, but you get to a point where you've got everything and there's nothing else kind of left within the black crates. So I think the raid modifiers kind of has been implemented to cover that aspect where you're not going to be having black crates. I mean, I don't know if black crates are going to be updated every week. I'm not too sure. I can't really answer that question in a way, actually. I'm kind of rambling to myself here. I mean, let's have a little look. So there's just chests around the world, wasn't there, for the raid? For Golden One's exploration, sorry. I think most black crate kind of things have just been swapped over to there, to be honest. Swapped over to just random crates around the world. Yeah, I don't know if black crates are still getting updated, to be honest. I'm not really too sure. I don't think it might show up within the actual game itself. Reward crates. There are still reward crate. Reward crate. I can't say that. Up to 5, which I'm pretty sure there's previously been like 6 and 7 or something like that. I'm gutted too, miss, about this PvP stuff. I'm just saying, I mean, you probably know the exact amount, but there's only been like 7 maps added to the world, to Ghost Recon, to the PvP aspect of the game since launch, and I'm just, why can't they add more? I don't know. they fixed the sound glitch within R&D. Finally, to be honest, I think that's summed it up for me. I think, you know, PvP sorted. They don't need any more updates because they fixed the sound glitch. I think like it's perfect, man. Perfect. They fixed the R&D sound glitch that have been amazing. Wow. Wow. It's been in the game since, like, I don't know, it's been in, how many months? Since the launch? Wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, raid difficulty didn't come soon, and weekly modifiers didn't come sooner. It's like 20 PvP maps. Well, this says there's only been 5 maps added. 0 modes. You peeps need some TLC for PvP. Hope you get dedicated update. Don't know why they don't have teams working on PvP. They do have a team working on PvP, separate to PvE, but I think it's just a case where it's probably like quite a small group of them working on it, and I don't know. They might be working on something in the background, and we don't know about it. Hopefully we'll get something in the next update. And I think, to be honest, the way they've designed the world for Breakpoint, I think that's kind of they've already got the idea of where PvP maps are going to be, and they've designed the map to have certain PvP maps, and they kind of just want to bring them out slowly over, like, I don't know, 2, maybe 3, but I've said this before, I don't think there's going to be a 3rd year of the game. I mean, at the moment, there hasn't even been a confirmation that's a 2nd year of the game. We'll just have these 2 updates, which are still part of episode 3, so it's still technically year 1, even though they don't classify it as year 1. I'm not sure it'll be too late. PvP players are moving on already. There's the I keep forgetting the name. Oh god, something 06 behind enemy lines. That's a game which I'm looking forward to because it's like the PvP. It kind of improves on PvP of a Ghost Recon game, but makes its own kind of little game in a way, and it kind of, I don't know, the mechanics look quite good. It's like over your shoulder, and then when you zoom in, when you try and scope it in on the enemy, it's like straight into, you know, first person and kind of shoot like that. I kind of quite like that. Adding something like, well, they're making a game based on that kind of what Ghost Recon PvP should be in a way. I think players will come back if it's fixed. I'm guessing that's PvP, yeah. Took a while to patch the DMR glitch today. It was in since the beta. I can remember Dark Dally making a video based on this overpowered gun, and it was a DMR glitch. made videos on how to patch it. The potential for PvP would be huge, I think. It definitely could be amazing, this. I've given enough ideas for PvP maps, and to be honest, if they weren't already PvP, if they weren't already maps on the world map, I could see why it would take. Do you know the mission? I think it might be Cyborg. Is that right? For episode 3, where you kind of go to the mines towards the end of the mission. It's in the snow and that kind of stuff. The town in which is between the mines and, well, it's kind of like you kind of go through the town following the blood trail. I think that would be a good PvP map. I think everyone would enjoy that, to be honest. Four months off Ghost Recon Breakpoint, now I'm back again enjoying it. You know, it's always my go-to game for exactly. Couldn't agree more. Though I am into like playing Rocket League at the moment, to be honest. I've been playing like 5 minute matches of that, kind of like if you've got something to do in like, I don't know, half an hour's time, you can get a good like, I don't know, 3-4 games done of Rocket League. Saves you time of loading up the Ghost Recon and all that kind of stuff, and only end up playing for like 10 minutes. I mean, it doesn't take that long to load Ghost Recon, but I think that's an exaggeration. PvP does need a full system rework. Completely agree on that. What time does the update go live? It goes live at 9 AM UTC, so that should be, I mean, UTC is that UTC time now. So that is current British time, which is 7:37 at the moment. So that is what? Quick math. About 13 hours, is that right? Roughly 13 and a half. Rubbish maths. Oh. Yeah, 9 AM UTC anyways, across all platforms. Movement system is another thing which I would really like within the kind of updated. Because I know that the current movement system where if you like in a cover and you move left or you move right, it kind of stutters a little bit before you move. I kind of get a little bit annoyed with that, by the fact that it kind of like it's not fluent, it doesn't flow correctly. I'm looking forward to Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Far Cry 6. I will stick with Ubisoft, but I wish they would love their games. Me too, to be honest. I wish they'd love the games. I found that the games are, in a way, a little bit repetitive, to be honest. They like to stick with their normal, and obviously Watch Dogs Legion was out of the normal. And yeah, they've made a really impressive game. They've made a campaign that's great, but the NPC mechanic, which is like the one that makes the game unique, I kind of think it's not. I don't know. I think it'll get boring after, I don't know, maybe an hour or two after playing the campaign, or even if you're developing your squad, like not your squad, your legion, within Watch Dogs Legion throughout playing the campaign, and you end up playing the campaign for like 15 hours, let's say, instead of, I think it's like a 12-hour campaign, then, you know, it's going to be, I guess it's going to be less time for you playing the game, to be honest. Because you're just going to get bored of it eventually. There's nothing else to really do. I mean, you can get all the different things around the world, like the cosmetic masks and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not that fussed. I'd rather have content. But the good thing about Breakpoint is there's all these blueprints and all that kind of stuff which you can go collect, and blueprints are guns, so they'll kind of impact your game a little bit more. And that's kind of why I've stuck. That's why I'm still playing it to this day in a way. I'm trying to get everything. And I was chatting with the peeps on the forum about why you don't use the actual archipelago instead of having to create dedicated maps. I don't know what you mean by that. I think they're stuck on aging architecture. Anvil's ancient. Anvil's been around for donkeys. I think it's on Anvil 2.0 at the moment, and that's been around since 2007, I think it was. I think they really do need to upgrade their engine, to be honest. They need to get Redstone back as well. Still can't wear a gas mask or helmet after a year in Wildlands. Have a little look actually. Let's go on my Ghost Recon. I've got my headgear on. I mean, I can wear what was it, ninja half mask here, but no, can't wear a heavy duty gas mask with it. Ridiculous that. I mean, you can wear like the ninja half mask, and you can wear the balaclavas and the scarf and all that kind of stuff. But no, you can't wear any headgear with a gas mask. What a shame. Surely it can't be that hard. I think that, yeah, it's the engine that needs to be rebuilt. It's usually Paris that does engine work as well. And folks just wondered why we're still stuck with 4v4 in the. I think we still need. I think we need like a 8v8, or even a larger scale where you have a 16v16 and you have like you can use the vehicles within it or something. There's 8v8 within Division, isn't there? Something like that. I don't know why they can't add it to Breakpoint. Or even to the next Ghost Recon game. I'm just trying to keep an eye on Discord to see if anybody wants to kind of. Squad's working on some content for this week apparently, so you might not be able to jump into the stream and have a little talk. I mean, does anybody else want to have a little talk who's in stream at the moment? We can get something going. Just in voice chat. I think about using the main map for PvP, like using what they already have. I'd like the second raid map, the other island, to be a Dark Zone style PvP. That would be cool. A Dark Zone mode for Moore Island. Oh. Who says that isn't like getting built at the moment already? That would be so cool. Like a Dark Zone within. I think I quite like that idea. If you just made the game work so it healed you when you pressed the syringe, bullet registration worked and players didn't desync across the screen, it would be a great improvement. It would. Is the new update worth it? Personally, yeah, I think it's worth it. As I've mentioned before, it's like kind of up to personal opinions, really. I can't put suppressors on some LMGs. I don't know if that maybe relates to real life. I mean, can you put suppressors on LMGs? I mean, some of them you can, but it probably can't. I mean, LMGs I think are designed to go loud. We can't get the coupling. Coupling is still stuck behind the raid. I've had a little look, and unfortunately, yeah, it's stuck behind the raid. It looks like it's only a few variants and all that kind of stuff. There's not really any specific weapons, which I was dead annoyed with, to be honest. I mean, it wasn't confirmed back when I made the video based on raid rewards coming over, but you know, why aren't weapons like that, which aren't variants, just added to the game without doing the raid? I don't know. Suppressor would melt after 100 rounds. Yeah, so I was thinking LMGs, but it's probably not best to put a suppressor on it. I mean, no doubt you could probably get some suppressors that are built for LMGs, but I don't know, probably the ones in Breakpoint are probably not designed. It's a game in as well, you know. Bend reality. Helicopter crashes on the island and it's 16 to 20 ghosts in the in squad. Turns out the wolves had sides with some rogue ghosts and now everyone fights to the other side of that. That sounds amazing. Do you know like British Bulldog, where you have like the wolves on one side and then the and then like kind of ghosts on the other, and the job of the wolves is to kind of stick in a position in the base or whatever and kind of pinpoint all the ghosts and that kind of stuff, and the ghosts have to slowly get to like a extraction zone maybe on the opposite side of the island. And what are your thoughts on that? Yeah, love survival. They could certainly do that with future updates, I think. Yeah, mixed NPCs and ghosts to fight. Yeah, PvPvE. Good part of the Division with the Dark Zone and that kind of stuff. If they added that within Breakpoint, yeah, I think it probably would be a good, like, positive impact. I think it would have a positive impact on the game. Pick to be a wolf or a ghost. Yeah. Either that, or yeah, it automatically generates it because like some people might really want to be on the wolves team, but maybe there isn't enough slots, so people might end up leaving and then trying to get into another game, which would probably cause a bunch of issues when it comes to, you know, loading games up and all that kind of stuff for PvP. You can shut off the helicopter patrols, and you can shut off the Azrael drones. If you're playing with the Resistance, it automatically turns off the Azrael drones because it seems like the Azrael drones and the Resistance aren't compatible together. So I think it's mainly down to Ubisoft's kind of ability in a way to have certain features within the game kind of running at the same time. I don't know if it's maybe to do with assets or something like that, or if like the game breaks with them both being on in the same, I don't know, on at the same time, let's say. That view though. Ooh. Yeah, you can't turn them off, and as I said, it automatically turns off when you turn on the rebels as well. But patrols, helicopter patrols, stays on when you have the rebels on. But you can't turn it off. Willem's quite a chunky size as well, even there. I'm hoping we see more island there too. Me too, definitely. Didn't pick up Legion going to wait on a large AV sale. To be honest, what do you call it? God, my brain's gone to mush. Black Friday, there you go. Which is normally just a week now, Black Week. That'll probably be on sale. They'll no doubt do some kind of sale. Pick it up on the PS5. Good shout. Yes, drones. What drones can be shut off? So Behemoth drones cannot be shut off because they're designated to certain locations, and every other drone other than the Wasp drone, I've realised. Wasp drone I have suggested to the devs to kind of turn off, because I've realised when I've gone into bases, basically because the Wasp drones are on the enemy's back, like the Sentinel soldier's back, it doesn't class as its own entity until until they take it off their back. It's still part of the player, part of the soldier kind of, which I find a little bit disappointing, to be honest. But I think that one, the Wasp drone, which is the mini little drone, which I was saying just then, and the Behemoth are the ones which are kind of still within the world. Darkstone Island for the win. One day they'll listen to me. Very true, Mist, very true. No, the Coblin, you can't get that. You have to play the raid to get the Coblin. Ah, you're playing it. Talking about Watch Dogs Legion. Long message there. Still waiting for Jeep to maybe come on. Get conversation going. Oh, right. Let's have a little look at a few other things that have been added, which I haven't actually mentioned within. I didn't mention class progression within the within my top 5. That's another thing that's been added, where it's been upgraded from level 10 to level 20, and basically there's 3 more what we call them, kind of items in which you can get from the different classes. And obviously there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different classes, so that's 7 multiplied by 3 there, different items in which you can get. Just through, you know, upgrading. I mean, I don't even think I've upgraded all my classes just yet to a final point. I think most of them are still stuck at what, level 10 maybe? Level 6, level 7. But stuff like the Assault class, you've got the Auger Assault as level 10, which was the last one which you got for the Assault class. That you get metal parts for 11, you get on 12 there's nothing, shotgun parts for 13, and obviously you get skill credits for all these. There's high-end weapon parts, so it looks like it's just level 20 in which you get the AK-47 Assault, and you get the ATAX IX, and on 18 you get Judge Plate Assault, which is like a armor plate kind of. It looks quite nice, to be honest. It's a decent armor. Look at medic. How's the bullet drop? Bullet drop's alright, to be honest. I mean, from my own experience of playing Breakpoint since launch, it's been fine. I don't think there's anything being changed in regards to how it's not like the bullets react, I guess. On the field medic though, there's the Golem gloves at level 12, which is quite good. Golem pants at 16. The Golem mask, which I got through the raid, is level 20 on the field medic, and I've definitely had that one before. Oh, chuck some bullets. Yes, the bullet drop's good. It kind of, when you throw it, it kind of bounces in a way. So if you like throw it on the ground, you'll see that it bounces again to another point. Yeah, it's quite good. It's quite a good feature, and obviously it only brings one kind of player, well, one soldier at a time, one sentinel soldier or wolf soldier at a time. It's kind of like the diversion layer, but a little bit more narrowed down to which kind of soldier you're picking out, I guess. It's probably the best wording. But the bullet there, I think that's probably what you're talking about there. How's it? Have a little look. Is the dark mode fun? Yes, it is really good. I mean, I'm showing some gameplay at the moment of it. I mean, it's inside a building, to be honest, but it's quite good. It gives that extra bit of immersion. I talked quite a bit about it earlier on in the stream, about how I find that immersion is quite important for Breakpoint, and I think improvements do need to be made regarding it. But yeah, dark mode's really good. How do you play with raids? How do you even start the raid again? You go to Jericho, you talk to her, and then you talk about the raid. Jericho is within Era 1, so if you go into Era 1, she's kind of on the right of the table. Near what's his name? Maddox or something like that, where they do the faction missions and all that. Yeah, that's, you go to her and then you go over to a bivouac, which is next to Golem Island, and then you can start the raid from there. You need 3 other people with you though. Yeah, 150 as well. What weapon am I using? I'm using the M4A1. Yeah, M4A1 with obviously suppressor on it. We'll have, what else do I have on it? Standard barrel, the 100 round magazine. It was the prism silencer I thought I was using. And I've also got the Molda, which is like the laser sight, panoramic sight, mini CQB for the stock, auto and single trigger for my trigger, and then it was a round angled foregrip for the underbarrel. And then what was the pistol? I think it was the M1911, which is a really good pistol, I think. Yeah, John, you should be ready to go and play the raid if you have got past that that 150 cap. Is it the cap? Is that the right word? I don't know. Let's have a little look more of them though. Looking at classes before. Medic. Yeah, I was saying like the Golem Island. It looks like most of like the raid items have just been passed over to PvE. Which is probably quite annoying for those people who have kind of grinded the raid. Flayed skull for the Panther. Flayed vest for Panther. Flayed legs. All flayed stuff. I think that's all new. The Panther class. Missile helmet for the sharpshooter. They're all things that you could get from the raid. For the sharpshooter. The echelon stuff you can't, it wasn't within the raid, I don't think. And the engineer stuff wasn't in the raid either. They're new stuff. And then also Pathfinder. Pathfinder, for the helmet. People have really been wanting like the helmet for Pathfinder. You can get that at level 20 itself through the tactical caches now. I think that's really the only ghillie helmet which you can get within Breakpoint. Yeah, John, if you want some people to play with for the raid, I'll link someone in just a moment. I'll actually get it up right now. But there is a YouTube channel who basically just does the raid pretty much non-stop. They're called Robbie Gaming. There's 2 of them. There's Bateman and there's also Rob C. They pretty much do a live stream every day playing the raid. So if you haven't checked them out already, you go check them out. I'll just get the link up for you just right now. And there you go. Yeah, matchmaking is a little bit too complicated as well. I wouldn't matchmake for the raid, to be honest. It's too much bother. The raid's good though. I kind of enjoyed the raid. I'm really gonna have to work on this thing at the bottom here, like, dead annoying. lack of G has maybe responded. That's great, man. You're not part of G Money's Discord as well. I would definitely suggest joining. Let me just respond to him. Sorry about that. There we go. But yeah, I mean, if anybody else has any more questions, do shoot them my way. I think that's really all for the stream, to be honest. I can't think of, I mean, if anybody has any questions, I can continue. Unless we can get G. I'm trying to push G to get in this stream. If we can get him in, we can get some kind of conversation going. Might make it a bit more accessible to folks. I think we might be able to get G in just a moment. He's gonna come along. Just in chat, I think. Not too sure. So. But if we get some kind of conversation going based on it, because he's got quite a lot of good points regarding what he would like to kind of see within the game. And to be honest, he just kind of like throws them at you and you think, wow. Might make it a bit more accessible for folks, yeah, maybe. To be honest, there's no need to do it if you can get the gear from doing other things now. Exactly, like, sometimes I feel, since like the raid rewards kind of announced, I kind of just thought, like, is it really worth playing the raid if everything's been transferred over to like class progression, changed over to being able to explore Golden Island and everything being chests, everything being in missions, everything being elsewhere other than the raid. I mean, there is like quite a few things, just like the cobbling, and there's a few other guns and different cosmetics which you can get through not doing the raid. Oh no, through doing the raid. And I don't know, it's like, I just feel like, is it really worth it doing the raid just so you can get them different cosmetics and all that kind of stuff? But if you can get like a squad together, like how Rotterby Gaming does, then I think you'd be perfect, John, seriously. Do you get any new free weapons in this update? None that I noticed. No. How do we get a proper sandy desert? We have desert camo. I mean, you can lie in some mud or sand. Is that good for you, Strauss? You know, I'd only be going on about PvP. But seriously, come in if you really want to. I'm fine with that. You know, get something going, get some kind of conversation based on PvP. I'm not fussed. PvP is one of those things that needs to be kind of updated, and I'm surprised they haven't done anything for that, to be honest. Actually get our mic going. I need to plug in a headset so I can actually talk to G. Yeah, I'll be back in just one moment while I just plug in a mic, so we can get some kind of conversation going. I don't have the Goblin yet. Miss says it's rubbish. Right, there we go. Hopefully my mic's working fine. If not, I'm gonna have to try and figure a way around it. On these missions we get on Raid Island, any good to play? You're good. You've got like ones per sector in which are specific, where you have different behemoths per where like the raid bosses were. And there you go. I don't know if my desktop audio is on or not. Turn that off though. There we go. Sorry about that. Just want to make sure that G will be able to hear. I don't actually know how to add another level within in Streamlabs, so you can get like just the Discord. And so, because I've actually got the game open, so you'll probably be able to hear the game in the background. If you close the game, very good shout. Yeah, the missions are like you've got 3 for the behemoths. You've got a few where you have to take down like satellite dish, something like a satellite dish, and all that kind of stuff. It's like very mini missions that will probably take you probably about an hour and a half to do to complete all of them, if that. And obviously that depends on what difficulty you're playing on. I mean, if you're playing on extreme and you're trying to take down a behemoth with a, I don't know, M4A1 for example, then you probably can take a little bit of time. It's going to take more time than playing on easy. How do I get the Goblin? How do I unlock it and what do... The Goblin boss, I believe that you get the Goblin at Gargoyle, which is the second boss within the raid. Let's see if G actually responded to me there. You got the new Assassin's Creed game. Decent. I don't know if is it playable yet, or is it it's coming out on the 10th, isn't it? Or is it early access? So we'll be streaming that. There's a multiplayer as well, isn't there? Assassin's Creed. Like some Hunapot makes them feel better playing something quite. It's like when they lose a fight. You got it early. How long did you get it early? Is it like the disc version? I hate how Ubisoft tried to make Breakpoint into the Division, but it's in a jungle. Me too, to be honest. To be honest, I think they've came a long way since the launch of Breakpoint, and I'm glad they've got rid of the gear score and all that kind of stuff. I'm glad they've added the ghost experience into it, so it's toggleable feature. Sometimes I'll like to play it when I'm playing the raid. Well, sometimes I'll have to put it on when I'm playing the raid, and sometimes I do like to just go around with the gear score on, so you can maybe get a few things and kind of feel like you are leveling out throughout the game. So kind of, personally, I think I enjoyed it at first, but it kind of got a little bit boring where you have to go around to each chest and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I haven't played Division 2 since like Division 2's launch. I think I played it for about 1 or 2 weeks, and that was pretty much it from me for Division 2. What is it like now? Is it enjoyable? I mean, I saw like the level 100 thing, which looked quite good. I run all grey gear in these days. They should totally remove those things. Anyone want to do the raid with you? We can get something going. John, get someone to do the raid with you. We've got Day0, who was in the chat earlier. He does raids quite a bit, or used to anyways. Haven't been over his channel in quite some time now. But Robbie Gaming as well, who I linked before. Check out him as well, or them too, should I say, because they also do the raids. Let's turn that. You can probably hear all the. No, you can't play a desktop. I don't know if I've still got them linked. Yeah, Robbie Gaming. Alright, go check them out. Division 2 is filth. Division 1 was amazing. I loved the Dark Zone within Division 1. That was like the ideal division, I think. And then they kind of really screwed it over with the second one, in my opinion. Dark Zone just didn't feel like... It just didn't feel the same. A Scott posting on Twitter with a picture of a dinosaur chasing a jeep on Golem Island. Oh, H&K's back. Sorry, like I'm reading through the comments and I'm thinking, who are just the normal? Was the new people? And I'm thinking, oh yeah, H&K's back. Assassin's Creed is one of the best games in years. The new Assassin's Creed is? So really? Played Division 1 for 3 years. Wow, it's impressive. Like, oh, just to prove that HK, for some reason it doesn't like it when people say add this and add that. It doesn't say sub and all that kind of stuff. It's like it bans certain words. Like it's just banned John from saying his ID there. The Druid pants and the stallion vest is the most changing thing I've noticed. Well, I think I might just fix around with this chat box because I am getting really sick. A random thing popping up on screen. I don't know why it all connects together as well. Maybe I can get some different gameplay up for you as well, because I've been playing this same thing for about 2 hours now. So I have got some more gameplay. I'll show you the top 5 features, to be honest, actually. Question is, which one is it? I think it's this one. There we go. 5, yeah. I haven't checked out this video yet. Do go check it out. Quite enjoyable. Quite enjoyable to make this video, to be honest. Showing off all the different features. And this little thing, I don't know if I can pause it. What's the pause? Where's the pause button? I don't know. I'm not that experienced with. I'm not that experienced with Streamlabs. Should be because we've got some streamers in here who would probably, you know, be able to figure it out straight away. Just gonna pause it on the do different comparisons. One thing I don't understand about this chat thing here, that doesn't like doing what I want it to do. The font, I think, might be a little bit different as well. Maybe change it to 25. Lows this can be with the bumblebee drone. Do you mean the ones that kind of fly over, like the larger ones? Because I did realise if I can actually get it up. Get the wasp drone up. Actually, that's probably a better photo. I add this. There he is. The drones that come from the Sentinel soldiers, which are on their backs, they're still within the game. If you remove them, if you have like drone. Where in the world is this photo? For some reason it isn't allowing me to add what I want to add. Display capture browse image. Here we go. Get this up now. So this one right here. So this one is still within the game. So the one that comes from the Sentinel soldiers. And, so if you remove remove the drones from the world, these ones still do pop up while you're fighting Sentinel, which I found is a bit annoying, and I've suggested to them to turn that off, because, you know, if you're going to have drones off, it should be properly drones off. It's not every drone except this wasp drone. And that hasn't added what I wanted to add. This done. This one. They've actually changed a lot of the behaviours of flying drones, but haven't actually tried it out. Switch drones off right away. Need to try them again. Do you want the next Ghost Recon game to be open world or linear like Future Soldier and basically every Ghost Recon game before it? I feel like the next Ghost Recon game needs to be an open world game, but it needs to have linear missions. And that's what G-Money has mentioned plenty of times before. He's mentioned how he would prefer the next Ghost Recon game to have like more linear missions, but also be an open world game. So it's kind of like that battle between wanting it to be a linear game whilst also wanting it to be an open world game. So if you went through like a base, you kind of go from, do you know the snow map from the snow mission from episode 3? It's quite a linear one where you had to follow the blood trail, and you'd finally get to a point where it was the mine. I think that's kind of the idea which I would go for when it comes to a linear mission within an open world game. I don't know what kind of G-Money's idea is of that, but that's personally like my thought process of it anyways. Too bad we can't do MMA stuff in the game. Open areas like Metro Exodus, yeah. Be cool. I need someone to talk to. I need to get some kind of conversation going here. Is there any more questions that's maybe come up on my comment section? I can have a little look at that. I know sometimes people do just go to my comment section within my videos and then ask a question and not come to these streams. Was that even dark? My settings are better, Terry says, for the dark mode. Is there a day and night cycle still, or is the permanently night day and night cycle? Yes, there is a day and night cycle for the game still. Texas Spartan mentioned that they would prefer the darkest night mode to be darker. Fair play, guess, yeah. I think it's quite dark. I think comparing it to, I mean, you don't want it too dark that it's going to infringe on actually being able to see the enemy within like the forests and all that kind of stuff. One thing, but then again, yeah, I kind of get to the point where it maybe needs to be a little bit darker. But yeah, it's definitely tweaks and that can happen after the update releases. Oh my god, that is such a good idea, Go Boys. So you've said you would love for them to have like the escort missions to have like the escort missions, sorry, to have extraction like fight off waves for enemies. to have like, I don't know, like as you said, like choppers coming or well, the chopper coming, and then you have to extract them out. Do you know what was it, the live event mission where you had to stealthily take down a base, and then you finally got to like taking out all the hostages kind of, and taking them to a helicopter. I would love for that to be in the air and kind of flying, and then you have to, well, it kind of comes in, you put them in, and then it kind of flies off. They kind of did that within the live event in a way, but instead of having like the waves and all that kind of stuff, having to wait until you're able to kind of extract them, they didn't get to the chopper. Show us how to throw a bullet. I'm showing it right now on this one. I mean, you've just missed it if you didn't see it. If you go to my top 5 video, it shows you how to shows that you can throw a bullet. Basically exactly how you throw a grenade, but you're throwing a bullet. Instead, it's just you choose it through the item wheel. Can you play the live event missions? Yes, you can. Can't check it because I haven't got Ghost Recon back open, but yeah, you can. Right, Bullet Trolls, Tron, how you doing? Welcome to stream. Yeah, you can play the live event missions. You've been able to play live event missions since, like, what was it? Am I talking about the... Yeah. There's the Terminator missions, but you couldn't do the live event missions from the Terminator one where, like, you'd have Terminator missions within, like, the different bases and all that kind of stuff. It would be very specific missions to continue the storyline. I think there's only, like, 3 or 4 missions for the Terminator one. Then for the Rebel one, the live event 2, I'm pretty sure since like that's came out, I'm pretty sure you've been able to play the live event missions ever since that came out. And there's about 9 of them or something like that. Gun that I'm using is the M4A1. I'm using the M1911. What else have people said in my comment section? You could make the night vision like it was in Wildlands. I'd be happy with night vision. Breakpoint is shit. I really love this update, but now you just gotta add a 5-star wanted level and probably rework how the enemy 5-star wanted level within the game. No. Diamond, if you're watching this, no. I don't think a 5-star wanted level is really needed within Breakpoint, to be honest. I think the enemy detection kind of system and all that kind of stuff, I think that's perfect. I think I quite enjoy the fact that you've got like a detection mode and then also them coming after you mode, and then just a free mode where no one's detecting anything, or a stealth mode kind of. I don't think a 5-star wanted level the game. Rework how the enemy AI look and make them look more cooler. How they did in the trailer. You pretty much can do that. You can customize your AI squad. Can you explore gold mine in immersive mode? Really hope we don't have the enabled gear level to do so. Yeah, you can. It's the answer for that. Is bullet throwing fun? Yeah, it's quite good. It's one of those minimalistic features where you probably wouldn't use it that frequently, to be honest. At least because like diversion lures I didn't really use much within since Breakpoint released. I think I've only used it like 5 to 10 times, let's say, for like it last year. Probably one of those things which you probably won't use frequently, let's say. You might use it on the off chance, which is one of those additional features, I guess, which are added to the game. I'm glad we moved away from infinity spawning Unidad in Wildlands. It's cobras. Yeah, it was quite annoying when you were within Wildlands and then you got detected by the kind of detected from the Unidad, or you got caught doing something near the Unidad, and then they would just send like waves and waves and waves of them. When you're hiding, do they still alert you? Depends how good you're hiding, John. Vandor, do you know how you're saying about the Unidad like spawning infinitely? I quite like how when you get detected from the Asro drone, it doesn't send waves. It only sends one big wave, and then that's it. Yeah, kind of like run off into the distance or whatever, hiding. Yeah, it depends how good you are at stealth, John. Really. If you're hiding like within a bush, they obviously won't detect you. If you're hiding behind a wall, which they can't see through, you're fine. Did you test the item wheel? Are all the things able to be switched out besides the class ability, the bullet alert? Guessing that can't be switched out. So the bandages, the bullet alert, and the class item you cannot swap out. There is also 6 other slots in which you can swap out. So you can have 6 different things of your choice selected within your item wheel, instead of the original, I think it was 4 within the item wheel originally. How many bullet lures do you get? You get an unlimited amount. There isn't a limit on how many you get, which is always positive in a way, but I have suggested to the devs that maybe they should change that to have it like come like drawn from your normal bullet kind of like the amount of bullets that you have, so you're not like pulling them out your arse or whatever. I feel like, you know, you could technically like pick up bullet casings and have like some kind of animation for that, but there isn't one within this, and I feel like why don't they have some kind of mechanic where you have a selection of, I don't know, you're picking up bullets and all that kind of stuff, or like you're taking it from your bullet inventory. This is the bullet lure though. When you're dropping it, see like a little bit of a bounce. There's like it hits and then hits again. It's quite good though. Yeah, I wish that kind of came from something else. It's ironic because I'm kind of in my top 5 video as I'm speaking right now. I was actually talking about how I've suggested it to the devs. That should come out of nowhere instead of pulling it out of nowhere. Be way better if you threw spent bullet cases than using. Yeah, I guess, yeah. So you could like have an animation for picking up bullet casings. Have you realised that bullet casings is on the item wheel, but the one that you're holding is actually a normal bullet? That's one of the little things in which maybe should be sorted, to be honest, and solved. Is bullet allowed when you throw it? Get the camp alert. You only, only alerts one like sentinel soldier or wolf soldier, and it isn't extremely loud. I mean, you can hear it. It's like a pin dropping in a way. You can hear it slightly. You can hear it slightly, but not extremely loud. It's enough to alert the enemy, let's say. Oh, I feel like this is Groundhog Day saying this over and over again. It is, but you know, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with I'm fine with talking. Over and over again. Shite though. I don't know if G's joining or not. I mean, if anybody has any more questions, I'm willing to answer them. But if not, that's pretty much the stream. That's pretty much it. What I say. It's like dropping a teaspoon. Yeah, pretty much sums it up. It's good movie. It's a good movie, John. Definitely. I was thinking of live streaming maybe on Tuesday with G and kind of getting some kind of conversation going. Oh, we're getting more camos. There is some camos, but I don't know if they're specific to. Well, I don't know if the camos from the progression, because like the class progression, you get a few camos from the level 10 to level 20. I don't know if they came from the raid or not. But I don't think there's anything that's been added, let's say, that wasn't already in the raid. I mean, probably is a few things, but nothing that really stood out. What's your top 3 things you're hoping for in year 2? Ooh. It's a hard question, that. Hunter team to come back. That's my first one. Some kind of, like Future Soldier reference. Maybe my second one. More PvP content. Even though I haven't really played PvP in quite some time because there hasn't been any content that's kind of came to it. That's my second one, PvP. I don't know what my third one would be. I think cross comms. That would be quite interesting. Aye. Maybe more gunsmith options, like collapsing your stock, adding flashlights, different things that's going to impact like the way you play. I think that's probably my best thoughts in a way. 3 different things. So what was it? The Future Soldier stuff, the PvP stuff, and then also the more gunsmith options. I also want more content as well. That's like another thing. Maybe continue the story a little bit more. You want current like knee pads can be changed. Kind of like are you talking about like separate different parts of your armor or whatever you can customize? You can customize different parts of your weapons. Like you can have a different coloured stock than what your sights are. Yeah, I think like different stuff like that where you can customize certain things on it. I think Armor 3 does that quite well. Where you can customize certain parts a little bit more than what you can. Well, a bit more than what you can within Breakpoint. There is a bug where you can collapse the MP7, MP5 and the Honey Badger stuff. Yeah, I've seen that on YouTube. Capture mechanic for me. Being able to capture locations for the. Yeah, I think capturing like little bases and kind of having them, kind of holding them, I guess. Yeah. And then maybe like the Sentinel can take that back. So it's like a fight between like you getting stuff and then them taking stuff away from you. I think that'd be quite cool. Why we can't use Walker other skin. Help them out. Oh yeah, Walker's other skin where you actually see John Bernthal's face. Yeah, I wish you could do that. Anyways, I'll leave it at that. Thanks for everyone for coming. I don't think G's coming. Bit of a shame, but oh well. Just leave that chat. Thanks for everyone for coming, and if you haven't subscribed, do hit the subscribe button. And let's put it on that screen. There we go. And it's not 805 anymore, I think it's like 810. Quite good. We're getting there towards 1000, which is perfect. I'm glad, you know, progressing well. Yeah, G didn't join. Anyways, catch you in a bit. See ya.